Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and in my channel I talk about plants and my life and journey with my plants. I am making my top 10 favorite Hoya of the month. I was frowning because one of the Hoyas is so far away from me. I don't know why I put it so far away. Anyway, so today I'm doing my top 10 favorite Hoya of the month for the month of September 2021. Today's Wednesday. I just uploaded a vlog, and usually I don't film until like maybe Thursday or Friday because I upload on Sunday. But then I feel like it's been a while since I just sat down and like talk to you guys and show you guys plants, and I have this like craving to do it. And you know, Wolfie and Jordan are out in the playground right now. It's about 5:20. I'm making dinner. I kind of have some time, so then I just, yeah, this is kind of what I have decided to do to relax while they're away. So I'm cooking dinner right now. I'm making some noodle. This is like a dish I always make. I mix some soy sauce with peanut butter, a little bit of maple syrup, and some type of like balsamic vinegar, or you can mix like sauerkraut in it. And then once I cook the noodle, then I just toss it. It's supposed to be served as like a cold dish, but if you have it warm, it's really nice too. And then so I'll just cook that and then have some vegetables. It's a really easy go-to recipe that I make maybe once a week. Wolfie has gotten to the age where he's a little bit picky with what he eats, and this is a dish that he usually welcomes. So yeah, so I'm just gonna hang out with you guys and talk Hoya. So I said top 10, but I think I may have gotten like brought over maybe 12 Hoyas to show you because I couldn't decide between a couple. So why don't we just get started and take a look at these Hoyas that are my favorite this month. In no particular order, they're just sitting in front of me and I'm just gonna grab whatever is easiest to grab. So the first one, it is absolutely gorgeous. This one, maybe I'll butcher the name yet again, is called OCUDO LITTORALIS. I'll put the name on the screen, of course. But this is her. Isn't she so gorgeous? Like, I really like this tan. Maybe I've shown you guys this one the last time. Maybe it made the list last time too. But it has like this new leaf as tan, like in such a beautiful, subtle pink color. It's just super stunning. It hasn't been a really fast grower for me. I find it to be growing a little bit slowly, but that's okay. That's kind of my experience with Hoyas. None of them are super fast growing for me. But yeah, it's just super gorgeous. This one is in my Mars Hydro Grow tent on the top shelf. So it's getting the most light that I'm giving any of my Hoyas. So it's like getting the same treatment as my like Sarawak and DEYKE and like all that, and Sunrise, all the ones that were sun stressed. So that's the first one. Isn't it so gorgeous? It's so beautiful. And then the second one I want to show you guys is my CRASSIPETIOLATA splash, right? Yeah, Hoya CRASSIPETIOLATA splash. I can't say it right. So I don't know if you guys remember, but I got it right around the end of July, and it's since put out this leaf and this leaf, and it's been working on this long vine. And then this is the it's not focusing, sorry. This is the first like new leaf on the vine. It's looking a little bit yellow, so I think it might be getting too much light. I may have to play around with where I'm keeping it. Yeah, I was almost a little bit afraid that the new leaf was gonna drop because of how light color it looks, but I think it's gonna stick around. I just really need to be very careful where I am keeping this Hoya. I gotta pull it away from the light. I want it to look like this dark and contrasty splash. Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's such a stunning Hoya. The dark color and the splashes is just so beautiful. So I think it's just gonna be like forever one of my favorites. And the third one I want to show you, this has also been like featured as one of my favorite Hoyas many times since I've gotten it. But I had to, a while ago, I was like, you guys know, you've seen how many plant hauls I do. Like I am buying quite a bit of plants all the time. So a while ago, I had to like take a chop of a beautiful cutting of this plant with a peduncle that's bloomed, I think twice already for me. So I sold that cutting to help me like buy other plants that I really want. And it has since then put out another new leaf from where I cut the plant. So I'm just really grateful for this plant for like, yeah, helping me get new plants and also staying so beautiful and growing. So this is the plant I'm talking about is the Hoya LARISA. And this is the new leaf that it's since then put out. And I have to say though, it's not as beautiful as the cutting that I took. The cutting that I took was like 2 leaves with a peduncle kind of in the middle, I think. But it's still like such a beautiful leaf. This plant is just so gorgeous. Like it's just like some of the leaves are just perfectly oval, like little dinosaur eggs. And that's so stunning. Yeah. And the flower is very beautiful and very floral and fragrant. So this is just a amazing Hoya that I think anybody should have. Originally, I kept this in the grow tent on the top shelf, thinking that maybe it'll sun stress to turn a little bit pink, but it actually just ended up becoming like bleached out. So then I pulled it, so it's sitting on the ground of the Mars Hydro grow tent. And I think it really likes it there. So it's really preferring the warmth and the humidity in there. I'm finding some Hoyas not liking how hot it is in there, and some Hoyas not liking how bright it is in there, but this one enjoys the environment there as long as it's not too close to the light. That's the third one. The fourth one I want to feature is this one. I debated whether or not to bring it over because I think I've shown you guys this last time. But when I looked at it, it's just so gorgeous and it really does like stand out for me, like for my affection for this plant. So I just have to. I can't be dishonest, right? This is the HOYA LACUNOSA. The seller ID'd it as brown splash. It's actually suffering a little bit. You know, you guys, you know that I changed my potting medium to this like cocoa husk and like potting soil and worm casting, all that good stuff. I think I was just getting a little bit cocky about how airy I have made the, and also lots of perlite. So I just was assuming that it's so chunky that there's no way that it could have root rot, or there's no way that the pot will be too big. And sure enough, I think this container is just too big for the like fine little root system that it had, and it led to some root rot and I had to reroot it. So now I put mostly perlite on the bottom, and just like maybe half of the cup is the potting medium that I use. Yeah, I think I was just getting a little bit too cocky about how airy I think my potting medium is. But this Hoya, let's talk about this Hoya. It is just so incredible. The splashes are so beautiful. I don't think this is the Royal Splash, the LACUNOSA Royal Splash. I really want that one too. That one has like really like pink splashes, leaves. Yeah. I'm really like into the LACUNOSAs these days. So maybe then I'll just show you the other LACUNOSA that I brought over. This one is not really like much of a looker, but I really love it. It's kind of small, but because it's so small, it has that like minimalistic kind of charm and grace to it. This is just a regular good old LACUNOSA. I know it could be so much fuller, and for a lot of people it's a super easy plant, but it just hasn't been the case for me. It's not a full plant. It's a very like small minimal plant, but I love how glossy and like firm and small the leaves are. Wow! Oh, my pond! excuse me. Yeah, I just think it's so beautiful. And this is one of the first plants that I have experimented with pon. And even though it's not like rigorously growing, I feel like it likes being there. It's looking just really beautiful. And the leaves are really healthy looking. So yeah, so I really, really, really enjoy this plant now. Now I have to sweep up the pond. I have stopped filming like 4 times to check on my noodle. It's really silly for me to be doing like cooking noodles and like filming at the same time, but that's okay. I gotta make do with the time that I have. The next Hoya I want to show you, unfortunately this morning it was still blooming so gorgeously, but the flower has now since then closed up, so I'll post a picture of what it's capable of looking like. You guys have also seen this quite a few times. This is my Hoya VITELLINA. I think oh yes, I also took a cutting to sell this one. It wasn't very popular. It took a while for a person to pick it up, which I don't know why. I think it's such a beautiful Hoya, but maybe that's just how the market is now. I feel like a lot of people have mini Hoyas now, and collectors are getting like, you know, pickier and pickier. So this is the flower and it's now closing. This one, I think it blooms and like drops flowers very, very quickly within a few days. But what's so amazing about this Hoya that I really want to highlight is that this is the second time this month that this peduncle has bloomed. The first time it bloomed was on like September 2nd, and then the second time, so that dropped, and then it bloomed again on September 21st. So I just think, yeah, I'm just really impressed by this Hoya. It also is in the Mars Hydro Growth Tent, and it's not directly under the light. It's like to the side. So yeah, it doesn't need lots of light, but it's already tanning a little bit. And some of them has like this dark rim. But my feeling for this Hoya is that it doesn't like too bright of light. But it really appreciates the warmth and the humidity. Yeah, there's that one. How many have we gone through now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 Hoyas. All right, let me just hang it there. And the next one I want to show you, I actually just showed you guys this Hoya in my vlog that I posted on like today. But because I love it so much, and I know vlog is not every one of you is watching the vlog, so I just was checking if the microphone is on. So I just want to feature it here again because it's right now really like bringing me so much joy because of how gorgeous the new leaf color is. This is the Hoya PENTAPHLEBIA. Can you even like look at that new leaf? It's so, so pretty. This is such a gorgeous Hoya, you guys. And it's such a small plant. Like originally when I got it, it was like 1 cutting. So I took another cutting and I think this is it. Just the 1 leaf cutting. So there's actually 2 plants in here. Yeah, I just can't wait for it to be a more like rigorous grower. So then I could have maybe 2 or 3 of these like beautiful red leaves at the same time. Once they mature, they kind of fade into this green color. But it has stayed this red since it's like put out this new leaf it's been over a week now. So you get to enjoy this like redness of this leaf for quite a while. Yeah, I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. The color is so beautiful. It's like in Fuji apple, you know, it's shiny and it's just so dark red, gorgeous. All right, I think I want to go check on the noodles again. Okay, good thing I checked. It was definitely ready. The next Hoya I want to show you guys is this one. My Hoya fungii. It was just, I don't know if you guys remember, but it was just not growing. So then I took a cutting of it, pop it in, so then it looks like a fuller plant. And then I was finding like little weird, I suspect it's like baby scales, but I'm not sure, at the back of the leaf. So then I just like popped it into a Ziploc bag, and then every once in a while I take it out and like really like scrub the leaves and wash it with soap and put it back in the bag again. So for now it's looking really clean and nothing is like wrong with it, and every single leaf is really firm. And I don't know, because of the way it's like looking now, I just think it's so gorgeous. I always love this plant, but right now I love it particularly more, and I really wish that it'll start growing for me. So this is my Hoya fungii. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful plant. It really does have such a presence. I've seen pictures of it being such a big plant, but yeah, it hasn't been the case for me. But I guess it was like freshly imported, and then it had root rot, and then I chopped it. So I mean, I don't blame it. Check out these roots, aerial roots. It's from being in the Ziploc bag, and the stem is just like throwing out these roots. Now that I've taken it out, I think this root is probably just gonna dry up, but that's why I kind of really love using Ziploc bag. Even like in the cabinet or in the grow tent, I don't know, I feel like Ziploc bag method for rooting things and acclimating things, it's just like, maybe I'm being a little bit superstitious about it, because that's how I used to do it when I first started acclimating Hoyas. I just really love using that. Speaking of acclimating Hoyas, I got quite a few imported Hoyas. I don't want to show you guys yet because they are really like paper thin, like limp, and I'm acclimating them. But once they're a little bit more stabilized, then I will show you guys the Hoyas, and then talk a little bit more about how I am acclimating them. Yeah. But anyway, so this is the Hoya fungii, and I love it, love it, love it, love it. Yeah. The next Hoya, I guess I did bring one of the new imports to show you guys because it's so adorable. And this one is doing pretty well. It's pretty firm. It's so cute. Isn't that something special? It's so adorable. And when I first got this Hoya, I received it. It was pretty limp, but it was like a one cutting import that I got. And my friend Maya kind of reminded me, because she said she was taking cuttings off her import to have like a backup. And then I kind of thought, okay, this one was like not too limp. I felt confident like taking a cutting of it. So then I took the cutting from here and then popped both in the pond to root them. And I just adore the way it looks like this, like little bunny ears. Isn't that so cute? Sorry, I haven't told you what this is. This is the Hoya FORBESII cross with DEYKE. So adorable. I love the color, I love the veins, and it's got like little splashes. And I especially love like how it looks like bunny ears right now. Yeah, you know, I used to use sphagnum moss to reroot all my imported Hoyas. For this round, I'm using pond for all of them. Yeah, I'm just really liking the way it looks, how heavy it is, and just like really want to try to grow out some Hoyas from pond. I still haven't had a lot of experience with it, but I have had some good experience rooting Hoyas in pond. So yeah. Okay, the next one I want to show you guys. This one is my Hoya Jennifer. I'm really proud of this one, you guys. Really. Because I got it as a 2-leaf cutting and the stem was like this short. So it was almost impossible to pot it anywhere for it to like get rooted. I ended up putting it, like wrapping a string around it on a board with sphagnum moss, and this Hoya just like the roots just embedded itself into the wood. So it was my first experience of like seeing the epiphytic like nature of Hoya roots. It was so cool to see how much it could really get in the wood. But I ended up taking it out, and I think I had to reroute it, just because I didn't like the way it was like looking in the cabinet, the setup. I wasn't really into it anymore, so then I had to switch it up. But yeah, long story short, it was just a really long struggle to root this Hoya and for it to actually start growing. It has been like quite slow for me. But now it's almost, I think, a year later, more than a year later, it's put out this like 4 new leaves, and it's like a pretty full looking plant, and the Venetian is just gorgeous. Jennifer is my stepmom's name, and I have a pretty good relationship with my stepmom. There you go. And then the next Hoya I want to show you, this one is kind of like one of the Hoyas that I wasn't sure if I'm going to show you, because it's finally growing, and I'm super happy about that. But I can't say that it's like, it's not really growing vigorously, and it's not really like, I don't think it's looking super great either. So I'm happy that it's growing. That's why I'm showing you guys. And I think the reason why it's growing is because I changed it out of the terracotta pot, put it into my new potting medium, and I think it's appreciating the change. This is the Parviflora Splash. It really just is a Hoya that would not grow for me. I know people have like huge pots of this and it grows really well for them, but not for me. And the fact that it's putting out these 2 new leaves is almost like, it's almost like a miracle to me. Yeah, so that's that one. All right, guys, so how many has that been? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So already 11 Hoyas that I've shown you. But like the last one is really like one of my favorite Hoyas at the moment. And I have just shown you guys this one in my like variegated rare plant haul video that I did. Yeah, I still look at it and just think, what a stunner. And this is none other than the Hoya nervosa JOKUL. I got it at a lower price point because this leaf is a little bit damaged, and yeah, so she called it like ugly leaves, but I still think it's just so beautiful, especially like it's kind of like sectoral, where half of the leaf is splashy and the other half isn't, and I think that really adds to its charm for me. So beautiful. Yeah, and I think I wasn't very careful when I unboxed it. If you can see, like there was supposed to be a new growth point here. I think I knocked it off by accident, but there's another new growth point right here. There you go. So I'm hoping that it will grow out. Erica, she has a website. She's a Canadian Hoya seller, hoyapalace.ca. She posted on her Instagram answering my question whether or not this plant can maintain its splash or if it's stable. And she showed 2 different plants under the same growing environment. One started out really splashy, but then was growing like not very splashy leaves. The other one, different story, like not very splashy to start with, and then started out putting out really splashy leaves. So she just said that she just hasn't gotten it figured out. And yeah, so this one is a plant to kind of experiment with. Yeah, I look forward to see what these new growth will do. But I really love it. And if I have to choose a favorite one, this is really hard, because I'm looking around at them and they are making my heart feel the same like level of happiness. But I'm really loving this one right now. That blush is just really like out of this world for me. But honestly, like not a huge difference in my heart of like my affection for them. I'm really loving all of them so much right now. Which one's your favorite? Let me know. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go back to making that peanut butter sauce for the noodle. And and then just maybe like do some reading before they come home. All right, guys, I'll see you guys soon again. Bye.